Yeah, this movie's pretty funny, man. What is poppin', everybody, and welcome to another episode of 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I am your captain tonight, Ernell Pearson, alongside a man we don't see here too often, but tonight we get the pleasure of being around Devin Brevin, the dude.
What is up? What is up? What is up?
What's poppin', doggy dog? How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Played some Magic today.
Yeah, good gathering.
I watched a movie today that I actually thought was pretty cool. It was The Gorge. With,
I am
Miles
going
Teller.
to be watching that this weekend. How was that?
I enjoyed it, dude. It's a good little action flick
Okay.
with
okay.
some stuff I was not expecting. It was actually like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I
Yeah,
heard it's
you
like I heard
should-
it's like a cool combination of like almost like video game-esque action with like really cool romance stuff that's sort of like pushed in there too
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, very video gamey movie that's not based on a video game. Like,
Right.
it's that type of movie that if they made a video game out of it, I would play it.
Okay. Okay.
Like a licensed game, like like one of those like $40 like licensed games where it's just like like 6 levels or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
I'd play it,
yeah.
and like it'd be a good co-op experience game. Like,
Okay.
if it had like the nature of like an army of two, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I like it. So,
But
okay.
against what they fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Ernell Pearson from goodkraken.com.
Yes.
Yeah, the chemistry between Anya Taylor-Joy and one Miles Teller, were they hot? Were they super hot? Yeah. Okay, that makes me happy.
like I'd smash both of them.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dog. Let's go. I'm gonna watch that shit tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah, like that movie is a solid. Like, I actually can't give like a whole like solid rating on it, but
Okay.
it's like a 7 to an 8. It's like right there. I don't want to say 7.5 because like I might be leaning more towards an 8. I might be sitting on 7.
Sure.
Let me put it for you this way: I'm probably gonna watch it again tonight to just get a better feel for it.
I like
Because
it.
I was a little
like it.
distracted while I was watching it, but I really liked it, and it had really good CGI as well.
Okay.
And it just does some fun stuff too.
Man, Apple TV's been killing it. They've been
have,
killing
actually.
it the past couple of
Severance,
years, man.
Monarch,
Yeah.
you know,
The
The Servant, the only M. Night
Hijack.
Shyamalan thing I've actually liked in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Which you do need to watch Kato Lake. You do need to watch that.
I forgot about that one, if I'm going to be honest with you. I
It's
tend to like.
good.
I'll be honest. Like, I only watched The Servant because I was watching it with somebody,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Hey, let's watch this," and I'm like, "Okay," and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird and fucked up."
I think Kato Lake will be a good spot for you because it's only M. Night Shyamalan's studio. So like he does not really have his hands on it. He's not even the producer. He's just kind of like guiding some stuff. Like they have a totally different director, totally different writer. I think you might be super into it. It was a really interesting movie.
I will say this: I watched Trap not too long ago. And that movie was dog shit.
Yeah,
just like I thought it would be.
It was really rough, man.
Remember, I told everybody, like the second I saw the trailer, I was like, they just gave the whole movie away in the trailer.
I know.
I was like, why do you do that?
Why
do
that? I was
This movie's gonna be dog shit.
hoping they'd have some like kind of really, really fucking cool twist. Nope.
No
twist.
No
twist.
It was dog shit. I saw it coming from a mile away, dude.
It was
dog
crazy.
Shit.
You think
I
for
could smell
a
it,
movie,
dude. The first time I saw that trailer, I was just like, I just looked at you in the theater. I was like, it smells like shit, dude.
You did say that. I mean, like you would think for a movie that they just gave everything away in the trailer that they would have had a cool twist to make up for that. But nope, the one movie he doesn't do a fucking twist in. Disappointing, man. What a bummer. But you guys don't need to be bummed tonight because tonight we're talking about something else instead, because this is 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want each and every motherfucking week. If you like that, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access episodes before they go live on podcast and video services near you. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally cool with us. You can watch us record this show live at twitch.tv/good Kraken. Show. I think I just heard my daughter screaming in the background.
I think I heard that too.
Not a good sign. So if someone like busts into my room with like a gun or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't even know where you live. Actually, you haven't sent me your address.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, like, as business partners / close homeboys, I feel like you and I, with both having iPhones, we have a responsibility to start like tracking each other's locations at some point.
Yeah, let's do that.
We probably should fucking do that in case like some shit happens. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we're just weeks away from, Trump pretty much inviting the Russian army to come over here. So it's like, who knows what that gets? Like, Red Dawn's right around the corner, brother. We got. Anyways, we don't need to talk about that here. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. Devin, tell them. Oh, he didn't.
Prime Gaming.
Hey,
we ready.
Would love.
I actually have something happening now that we talk about something.
Go
important.
while I do the rest of the intro. Go ahead. We would love for you to give that to us to help keep the lights on and cameras rolling. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, hitting subscribe, or by leaving a review on our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea. We'll be right there waiting for you. Hey, Devin. For audio listeners, I'm here by myself right now while Devin's taking a phone call. That's okay. It's just between you and I. You know what I'm saying? Devin's not here. He can't defend himself. So what I'm thinking is that we were just talking about us tracking each other's locations. My game plan is that I want him to start saying all the weird, erratic places that me and Marilyn go to for like no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? And that way he can be like, what the fuck do you do? What are you doing in your day-to-day life? Because it doesn't make any sense sometimes. Sometimes we're like 3 hours north. Sometimes we're like 2 hours south. Sometimes we just go to the fucking beach for like no fucking reason. But, he'll find out. Maybe he'll like look at it one time and be like, wow, is it badass really at a donut shop right now? Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just go get a donut. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we have some director's commentary for all you guys at home. Guys, we have new episodes of our content that is including Songs from the Abyss, episode 4, campaign 1. That is a big old 3.5 hour long episode, a little bit longer, actually, that you guys can go and check out. Our longest episode yet. Oh man, that was a very exhausting episode for us to do, but thankfully we are here to do the fun stuff. How's that? You okay? Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. My parents usually don't call me during this time because they know what's going on.
Okay, yeah.
And my dad's like, "Hey, I just set up the poker table, but not to play poker." I'm like, "Oh yeah?" It's like, "Yeah, I set up 4 magic mats on it, and I want to start doing commander nights."
Shit, all right. Fuck yeah, on the poker table, let's go.
Yeah, you want to come do a commander night?
Maybe let's come over and have some
not tonight, but yeah,
Yeah, no, not tonight, but yeah, sometime soon, definitely, man. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
be a good time.
Yeah. He's got a big ass poker table. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I thought this was gonna be an emergency."
You're like, dude, I got a fucking thing.
Like my parents know by now because we've been doing this for years. You know?
I know, dude.
And I'm just like, "Dad, I'd love to chat with you, but I'm doing a podcast right now." He's like, "Oh, okay."
in their defense, you're not regularly on the Friday episodes anymore.
I don't know that.
Cool. I got you. Cool. Throw that bad
Because up
boy away.
until recently, I was.
I got you, bad boy. I got you. Yeah. Anyways, longest episode we've ever done so far of the D&D content. Go check that out. Good Kraken death ratio. Good old Devin and Garrick were able to knock out an episode of a PlayStation State of Play rundown. It did come a day late. We had some life stuff kind of come up with each one of us individually, so we weren't able to make it happen on Tuesday. But that episode is out. Yeah, I know, right? Jesus Christ. But that episode is by myself. That episode is out now, so you guys can catch that. No problems, no strings attached. You guys can go check that bad boy out. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And then, of course, the Shipwreck Show. Good old Xander, Garrick, and DJ got to do a tiered ranking of Hostess and Little Debbie snacks. And it is quite the episode. I cannot believe, and I'm going to tell you this right now, Devin, because you and I weren't on there. They shit talk honey buns.
Yeah, they shit talk honey buns, and the Nutter Butter wafer, chocolate peanut butter wafer, that's like S tier. And they made it
what the fuck are they talking? Dude, I can't believe.
And they're like, oh, zebra cakes are S tier. I'm like, no, they're not. They just taste like sugar. There's no flavor
there's not
to
a
them.
Fucking, like, dude, the cosmic brownies are better than the zebra cakes, bro.
And I don't even like those either. Those have like a weird aftertaste. It tastes like medicine.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but fucking Nutter Butters at B. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, that is like one of the best like treats that Little Debbie has, man. You throw that shit in the freezer.
Ooh, fucking right, son. God damn.
That's a regular little dessert treat that I get for myself. I'm grocery shopping and like I don't even think about it, but I go to that checkout line and they have all of those Little Debbie's and Hostess pastries right there.
That's right
there on the corner.
They do.
And I see those Nutter Butter and I'm just like, oh,
that's right, baby. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you just need some nut and bite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, if eating food is half the orgasm of sex, why not just eat food twice? You know what I'm saying?
This is what happens,
and they
Devin.
put 2 Nutter Butters in one package, so you get to eat it twice.
This is what happens, right? The cats are out, and the mice will fucking play. We let these fools have an episode to do whatever they want, and this is what they do. They just shit all over good snacks for no reason. We just allowed them to do that.
I did tell Garrick, I'm like, he's like, yeah, well, you weren't there. And I was like, yep. And you guys had some dog shit opinions. I said that on the podcast.
Speaking of dog shit, though, you guys should absolutely go find Songs from the Abyss D&D on TikTok and Instagram. You guys can follow us over there. We have the D&D podcast, has its own separate social media accounts now. You guys will be able to find videos and stuff there. We will be rolling out more content as the weeks go on and we kind of get some more clippable content for you guys. We will put it on there and you guys will be able to find all the good stuff on those there. So that's at Songs from the Abyss DND. That is the letters DND. And then lastly, guys, we are now less than a month away from the annual Good Kraken Fest. That is the 1 week long festival celebration that we have in which we celebrate the birth, nay the creation, nay the existence of Good Kraken as a whole. A 1 week celebration. So we do all sorts of fun content. We might even bring Splash Damage back for a week for that bad boy. Play some video games with you guys. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Maybe that's when we will make Bad Kraken happen for a week. Maybe that's when we'll make that happen. Who knows? Who knows? You guys will see. It'll be a fun time. Devin.
Or no.
My guy. What are we getting into next?
We have to log some monos.
Fuck yeah, man. Let's log some monos, dude. The Monologue. This is where we're going to talk about some upcoming content, movies, TV shows that you guys will be seeing over the course of the next week. They're going to be new and releasing or coming to different video services, so on and so forth. We want to fill you guys in on it. Some big bangers that are popping. Firstly, starting today, The Monkey hit theaters, which we're going to be talking about tonight. But also, Old Guy is hitting VOD. That is the John Wick-like movie starring Christoph Waltz, the terrifying guy from Inglourious Bastards. You guys can watch that bad boy on VOD anywhere that you can rent and or buy digital. That'll be more than likely available on Amazon. So Definitely interested there. That movie
there's
looks
new Reacher out too.
Yeah, dude, season three, brother. Oh my god, it's gonna be so sick. And then Tuesday, February 25th. Not really a whole lot going on this weekend, but Tuesday on the 25th, we have A Complete Unknown is coming to VOD. That is the Bob Dylan biopic, starring Lisa Al-Gaib. You guys can catch that on VOD, where you guys can rent and buy. And then Wednesday, February 26th, Devin.
Shut the fuck up, Sanguinet.
Shut the fuck up, Sanguinet.
Fucking loser.
Fucking loser. Chicken strips are phenomenal. Shoresy season 4 hits Hulu. I am 2 seasons behind, brother. I gotta catch up. On that bad boy.
What the
I know.
fuck is
I've been failing the hockey sticks, man. I know.
Ever since we all, like, literally all of us watched the whole first season together in Discord, you and Garrick just fucking fell behind while the rest of us kept watching. Larry watches it. Josh watches it.
I know, dude.
Xander watches it.
I'm failing you all. Next Friday, February 28th. No huge movies out next Friday, so we will not be doing a review episode. However, The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim drops on Max that day. Devin.
Why don't we just review War of the Rohirrim?
Yeah, it's old. Unfortunately.
It's like a 2 months. Who cares?
It's old enough, you know what I'm saying?
But people need to see it, and not a lot of people saw it. So
you guys at home, you audio listeners and stuff, you guys need to watch that fucking movie. That
movie slaps.
It was sick.
It was very good. If you like Ghibli-esque like movies, like in the vein of like Princess Mononoke, like like Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah,
like this, and you like Lord of the Rings, this movie is for you, 100%.
Literally, it's made.
This is like a 9.5 out of 10 movie.
Yeah,
I just want everybody to know.
I don't know if I'd give it a 9.5. I'd probably lean a little closer to like 8.5. But it's pretty raw. It's pretty fucking dope, dude. That was a good ass fucking movie. Yeah, we won't spoil that too much for you guys. But anyway,
so with Ernell's rating and my rating, that's a 9 out of 10.
9. There you go. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, there you guys go. Watch Lord of the Rings, War of Rohirrim.
That's right. Good movie, man. Good movie. Devin, what are we getting into next, man?
Before we get into the next thing, I was like thinking about it because Monologue has log in it, and every time I hear log, I get reminded of that one time we played that one Dark Pictures anthology game where you couldn't go across that log. You kept falling.
It's been like 2 years and you're still
I know, but you know what's funny? It's like Garrick and I still remember and we still cackle at it.
Dude, it was bad. It was real bad. I did real bad.
It was funny, dude. I went across that log like 7 times while
I couldn't figure. Well, and my issue is because I wasn't understanding the balance mechanic in the fucking game. I was just like trying to go side to side, and it didn't want you to go side to side. It just wanted you to fucking go straight, right? And so I kept overthinking. It kept fucking me up, man. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. What are we doing next?
Funny as shit. Yeah. Anyways, what I would like everybody to know is that I have reached the final, and that final is the cut.
Oh.
That's right. We're cutting this final, dude.
We're cutting this final, brother. We're cutting this final. Guys, tonight for the final cut, we are talking The Monkey. That's right. Brand new movie from Oz Perkins, baby.
Monkey dance.
monkey man. When twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey, a series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged siblings to confront the cursed toy. This movie is directed by one Oz Perkins, which, Devin, do you know who Oz Perkins is?
Absolutely, I know who Oz Perkins is. He did Psycho 2, The Black Coat's Daughter, and the acclaimed Longlegs.
Longlegs, that's right. And more importantly, Devin, Oz Perkins is the son of the great Anthony Perkins, the original star as Norman Bates in Psycho. Oz Perkins played the young version of Norman Bates in the original Psycho 2 movie. So Oz Perkins has a long history in Hollywood. Long history. This movie was also written by Oz Perkins. There we go. Music was done by one Ido Van Bremen. First time hearing this name, to be honest with you. They actually came from a band called Basstronaut, and have worked on some more like indie darlings, such as Handle with Care and Fractured Land. But I hope that they catch a really good situation out of this, because this movie had some really fun musical stuff going on in it. So, budget of $11 million, which checks out for a super niche horror movie. A box office of 1.9 million so far, which is fucking excellent for a movie with $11 million budget. That is really good. And a runtime of 1 hour and 38 minutes. Devin, we have some fun facts for the people tonight, and only a couple, because there's not a whole lot about this movie that people had to say based on trivia and stuff. Pretty cut and dry. But firstly, according to the director, the decision to have the monkey bang a drum instead of cymbals was due to the rights to the cymbal banging version being owned by the Walt Disney Company, as the toy had appeared as a character in Toy Story 3, which is ironic because the cymbal monkey that was in Toy Story 3 in the first place was because the director Lee Unkrich is a fan of Stephen King. So
Really?
Stephen King's original version of the monkey had symbols that it crashed together in his short story, and that inspired Lee Unkrich to put a crash cymbal monkey into Toy Story, and now they can't use the same cymbal monkey in Stephen King's property. It's fucking hilarious, man.
That's hilarious.
And then secondly, the film is based on a short story from Stephen King's Skeleton Crew, which is an anthology series of short stories that Stephen King put together. And following the good old Stephen King tradition, the majority of this movie is set in a town in Maine, USA. Good old Stephen King stuff, man. Stephen King tropes, dude. Devin, we have a lot to talk about with this movie.
Dude, I actually have a fun little fact about this as well.
Yeah.
As you know, I've been paying attention to this movie before you even thought about me being on tonight's episode, because I love shit like this. You know that. So there was a pre-screening a little over a week ago that a bunch of influencers and critics attended over in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And they had it at the Emmanuel Presbyterian Church. So they had it inside of a church.
Wow.
And and they're actually making this movie available to view in some churches across the country right now.
That is wild.
I know. And like, it's so crazy that it's like that. So what they did is they had like all these like themed like sets in the church with like coffins and stuff, and they had it like actually in a monastery too, like an actual monastery at this church, like where dead people are at. Like there's the wall has the lines of like, you know, like where they keep the ashes of people and stuff like that. They actually did a screening inside of there during the movie. Which is nuts. And they had like monkeys set up in really obscure places, like through all the like little set pieces and stuff that they did, and they did a tour like up to it. I saw it on TikTok and stuff, and I just thought that was a really cool like thing that they did. And like Oz Perkins was there, and so was part of the cast.
That's so rad. That's so rad.
They were talking about like how excited Oz Perkins was about this movie being released, and like and also we'll get into it, the stark difference between this movie and his previous films, especially Longlegs. Yeah. So I thought that was a really cool thing that they did, and you can tell that they really had a lot of faith in this movie too.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
by doing all of that.
Rightfully so, man. Well, and also I guess a very other quick small fun fact: Oz Perkins is actually in this movie. He plays Uncle Chip.
I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, that's him.
That is so cool. That's funny.
Fucking hilarious, right?
Especially like,
yeah, considering, yeah,
well,
I know.
I think that was the grossest thing in the movie they showed too.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Like that, I'm not gonna lie, that image specifically has been in my head since that happened.
Fucking,
And it was the one part in the theater I was like,
fucking
Showed it.
ridiculous, dude. Well, with
Yeah.
that said, Devin, let's fucking talk about it, man. What were your thoughts on the monkey?
All right. First things first. I knew this movie was going to have some ridiculous things going into it because it gets advertised as ridiculous movie. Like it really does. It's called The Monkey. Come on.
Yeah. Right.
We know that it's some evil monkey that causes Final Destination like events. You get that from the trailer, like 100%. This movie has the best like for this type of movie, it has such great storytelling. Like it gives such a good build up to like where they are in the second and third act of this film. The first act was written so well, it was acted well, and it has so much dialogue that you and I just could not stop laughing at.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
It was so good. It's just like the fuck. Anyways.
Fuck.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah, man.
Like we were gasping for air at that scene.
Dude, I need people at home to understand this quick quote of oh fuck was the hardest me and Devin have ever laughed together in our fucking lives. All the years we've known each other, that was the hardest we've ever fucking laughed.
In the movies, at least. In the movies.
Definitely. Like we've had like moments, right? But like in our years of doing this like movie bullshit and like talking about this stuff, like this was easily the most like gasping for air. We were almost on the fucking floor laughing so hard at this one fucking stupid part of this movie. Incredible. And
the thing is, too, we were not the only people.
No.
There were so many people laughing at this movie while we saw it. Like this, I am not overstating this or hyping this up for anybody. This movie is hilarious. I want to get that out of the gate right now. It's ridiculous. It's hilarious. It's bloody. It's fun. It makes you wondering where it's going to go because the story goes in like not so many directions. It does this zigzagging, right? With like there's one line of a story beat. You know, you got your A plot, right? And the B plot just zigzags back and forth over it.
Yeah.
And it's almost, and like the characters are aware of it too. Like it's not that they're doing stupid things, it's that they play stupid characters. And it's well done too. It's very well done, especially that skateboarder kid.
Jesus,
just a little, like
fucking weirdo, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Anyways, continue.
But like it will surprise you with some of the things they do. But every single time something happens, you're just like, shit, that sucks.
Yeah, nice, man, nice.
And like they foreshadow, like looking back on it, they definitely foreshadow some of the things that are going to happen. And like you can tell because it's a horror movie. Horror movies like to foreshadow and like pay attention to detail of things that could happen. And I do feel like this movie takes a lot of like kind of beats and like storyline progress that a Final Destination movie does. But I think they did it better than any Final Destination movie I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the only Final Destination movie that comes close is maybe 1 and 2. Other than that, like,
sure.
I still think this is a well-written movie. All the actors delivered great performances. Oh God, what's her name? Was it Tatiana?
Tatiana Maslany, yeah.
Dude, she is great.
She is really good in this fucking movie, man.
And she is funny as fuck too, and she is hot. She is
fucking smokehouse.
Fine, dude.
Oh my god, brother.
Yeah. I want to see her in more movies. I want to see her in some comedies, man. I want to see her in some comedies.
Yeah,
like,
I'm glad
bad.
I'm glad she came off She-Hulk to doing this, because it kind of really
Yeah.
gave us a way more versatile side of her that I didn't think she had the chops for. This was awesome on her part.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm bad. I didn't have the casting up here real quick, so because I
I got it here.
recognized the voice of the main character, Hal, Theo James. What else has
man,
he been in?
beautiful ass man.
The Gentleman. The Gentleman. That's what I remember him from. And he's in the White Lotus. I still need to watch the White Lotus.
White Lotus is good. He's a total asshole in the White Lotus. He plays Bastion and Sentinel in X-Men 97. The new X-Men 97, by the way.
Yeah.
Time Traveler's Wife, The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf. He plays as Vesemir in the animated Witcher show.
Oh, he's also in Castlevania.
He's Hector in Castlevania. Yeah, this dude has.
I knew I recognized his voice,
brother.
He has such a good just voiceover. Like he really does. Like it's like you hear that voiceover and you're like, that guy sounds hot.
Dude, for fucking real. I mean, like, he's a beautiful ass man, generally speaking, but like, he's got a beautiful ass voice. I think the really cool part about this is that he's so seasoned in both live action acting and voice acting that like he is effectively a voice actor in an acting role, and he kills it in both. Dude, he's so good at both, man.
Yeah, and so like the synopsis said, if this story follows two twin brothers, he plays both characters, both of them,
and he plays them well. Plays them real well.
yeah, and he does a really good job. And I do want to give shout outs to the children that played the younger versions.
Christian Convery, our good old Sweet Tooth, is in this movie,
our good
man.
Our good old Sweet Tooth. And he was the dickhead brother.
No,
right?
he's both. He's both.
Oh, he plays both?
He also played both those fucking characters, dude.
Let me look that up. I did not really. They made him look very different.
They made him look very, very different. Ways. He fucking killed it, dude. He did. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. No. Also, since the casting is out there, Elijah Wood, when he popped up,
he plays such a random ass like small role, but he's so good in that fucking role for no reason.
Yeah. I have taken your power.
I think now is time for us to arm wrestle.
Like I said, this dialogue is great. It's gruesome. The movie is fun. The second act is like it's more of the first act, but at a different era, really, is what it is. It just keeps progressing. And the third act just gets ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. The finale of this movie makes you go, oh shit. And we're obviously doing the spoiler free, but I'm gonna come off of this saying I want a sequel. I want a fucking sequel to this movie.
Yeah, man.
And I think it's deserved, personally, because of how fun it was. I don't care how long it takes for them to do it. It can be a while, but but yeah, I want a sequel to this movie, and it is very rare that I say that. I want a sequel. This is probably the most fun I've had with a horror movie since I saw Cabin in the Woods.
Wow. Okay. And you sing praises about that movie too.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. It to sort of kind of express this to people, I found this movie to be this perfect combination of Final Destination and Napoleon Dynamite, and they just smashed them together to create this fuckery. That was the monkey, dude.
Can I replace Napoleon Dynamite with something else that I think makes more sense for the both of us?
Well, what?
Hot Rod.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty similar in like humor, right? Like,
yeah,
they
Napoleon Dynamite's just awkward, where Hot Rod is just funny.
I would maybe argue both. right? Because like they have some moments in this that are just awkward, stupid humor, right? And like there's some moments in this that is just like stupid people doing stupid shit, right? And like and they do such like that Thrasher kid was 100% hot rod, right? 100% hot rod humor. But then like the store manager was very Napoleon Dynamite. That sucks,
Shit.
dude.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Shit, shit, that sucks.
Dude, this movie, Devin, I 100% agree with you, was a wild, bonkers, fun fucking time, man. Like, we don't get very many good horror comedies. I think the last horror comedy off the top of my head that I can think of that was actually, like, thoroughly enjoyable was Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Right. And that was like the last time it was like thoroughly like I was cracking the fuck up over a horror movie. Right. My thing is, I actually disagree with you. I don't think they marketed this movie as a horror comedy. I think they marketed it very much like a horror movie that had some like slapstickiness to it. So I actually didn't have any fucking clue this movie was a horror comedy. And then it clicked in my brain in the first act when they started doing these like hard cuts of someone dying and it would just cut to a funeral. I was like, oh fuck, that's what we're doing in this, isn't it? And so like I kind of just like let myself relax a little bit and let like, because the first couple of things that happened, I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I don't know how, but like I knew it like the second I started seeing trailers for it.
You must have just had a good inkling, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't think that they advertised it that way. But I'm very pleasantly surprised because like I really was going into this thinking like, oh cool, another cool horror movie, because like coming off of Longlegs, like we saw Longlegs
and Neon.
And we were like, and Neon, right? Like Neon makes incredibly weird, strange, awkward, uncomfortable horror movies. And I went into this thinking, oh, me and Devin are going to go see this horror movie, and Marilyn will come with us. We'll just watch this as a horror movie. It'll be a fun time. Cool, right? I didn't think that you and I were going to be fucking begging for air at the end of this movie. What's up, man?
Not just on the like Neon's been killing it, dude.
Yeah.
Longlegs was good. Another movie, I don't know if you watched it yet, but Cuckoo. Did you watch Cuckoo?
No, we didn't watch Cuckoo yet. Because when that movie came out, there's a ton of other movies that came out too. We just didn't get a chance to jump onto Cuckoo, but I want to. You
should watch it. It's not going to be like all these movies very different from each other. I do want to give praises on Neon on that. They do a good job not doing the same thing or the same feeling thing. Which
is awesome, because the last Neon like horror movie that me and Marilyn had watched was this movie called Infinity Pool, and that movie was fucking weird. It was way too weird for our taste. And so like when we went into Longlegs, I was like, oh, that was actually pretty fucking good. I mean, Nicolas Cage, right? Like, it's a fucking good movie, man. And so when we went into this movie, I was like, dope, Neon horror movie. It's gonna be weird. Let's fucking go, right? I was hitting the fucking gas pedal with you there, brother. And I think it was the scene with their mom when she's like, everyone dies. Some people die like peacefully and happily and in their bed. And then some other people die gruesome, violent, awful, painful deaths. And her two boys who are like fucking 10 years old like cuddling in her arms, dude. What?
I'm looking at their like repertoire of movies. Mm-hmm. They did fucking Old Boy, the Korean movie.
Yeah, dude.
Like the original, not the remake.
The Korean, the original Korean one. Yep.
That's fucking cool.
The Neon's killed it over the years, dude. They really have.
Pig.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. So they make a bunch of different kinds of movies, but if you recognize a majority of their movies that they've done have some like very uncomfortable thing about them, right? Like there's something in it that's like ooh, right? And they
did Parasite as well. They did Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite as well. There's always some sort of weird, crazy shit that happens in it that like makes your skin fucking crawl. And this movie, was like not quite that. Like they had some moments. Like obviously we talked about Uncle Chip, right? That part was like, what the fuck? But I honestly, Devin, I think that Oz Perkins mastered horror comedy in this movie. To be honest,
I think he did too.
I think
I want to see more of it. I want to see more of it from him, like really bad.
I think he found the formula and was just able to nail it down, right? Because like this movie really is Final Destination as fuck. It is absurd. It is people dying in the most absurd, ridiculous, over the top fucking ways, and you as the audience member being like, oh, every single time that happens, right? And then it's like some people saying some funny shit and doing funny shit in between. And this movie like masters such a pace of the horror comedy that other horror comedies try to do and don't do it well because they're so focused on, is this going to be a comedy or is this going to be a horror? And so they fumble the ball in both, right? The only ones that we like know timelessly have nailed it, Shaun of the Dead and Tucker and Dale versus Evil, arguably Cabin in the Woods.
Arguably,
because it's more campy
that
than
whole
it is.
Final act was like, whoa.
It's more campy than it is comedy. Like it's like teetering the line. But like he fucking figured it out in this movie. Now, with that said though, Devin, I think the first act is out of this world incredible, and the second and third act are like almost there. Like I do think that like once it hits like the third act, there's some stuff that kind of becomes very like ambiguous and like really kind of out there. Like there's like a certain humor they have in the first two acts of the movie that just get completely tossed out the window, and they just like go nuts in the third act. Like it's ridiculous, over the top bullshit the entire third act of this movie. And it's not to say that I don't think it works for me. I think I would have liked it more if they stayed calculated about some of those moments the way they did in the first two acts of this movie. Because I think it would have behooved them to kind of just send it fucking home in the third act and really kind of nail it there. But for the most part, man, I agree with you, dude. Like this movie was fucking awesome. I'm very fucking stoked for this. I agree. I want a second sequel. I want a sequel to this fucking movie. I don't care if it's The Monkeys or The Monkey 2. I don't fucking care. Even if they gave us like different characters, but still had Oz Perkins writing and directing it, like I would be totally fine. Like give us like a different perspective of someone else involved in this or some shit. Like that'd be fucking sick, dude. Find out there's more than one monkey. That'd be cool too.
I mean, here's the thing though. Again, not giving anything away, but with what we saw at the end,
could be, man.
There could be some more
man.
merit to this story than we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would also behoove them to make sure that they get Stephen King to help write on this.
Yeah, I think if they can really fucking come out of this first couple of weeks successful, I think he might. I think he really might, because like we're talking about a movie that's based on just like one short story that Stephen King wrote, and I don't think that there was any inkling that this movie was going to make like an astronomical amount of money. But if they top off to like 20 mil, I bet you Stephen King's going to be there for a sequel. Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
they fucking killed it with us, dude.
and I think they will. I think they will, like 100%. I will say like that last like 10 minutes of the third act to me was wonderful.
It was really good
for the theme of the movie.
Yeah,
like the second that like it really starts happening, and you know he gets thrown.
Yeah,
like
right.
The second that happens, that makes you go, whoa. Oh,
well, and
I did think it was going to do something a little different, though, when that happened. I will say that. I had an idea in my head because of what they showed in the first act of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
Yeah, so I did think it was going to go in a different direction right there, which would have made sense to me, too. But I still like what they did.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think what carries this movie a lot was a combination of a few different things. One, the excellent casting they made in this movie, because Theo James and Christian Convery playing the twins of these characters were just out of this fucking world, man. Like they gave us two actors that both said, "Yeah, we can play twins." and they both just this, I cannot believe, I did not think in all the years that we've been watching Sweet Tooth, Devin, that Christian Convery had it like that, dude. Like we got to by the end of the first act, I was like, how old has this kid only been in Sweet Tooth? This kid, Christian Convery, is insane, dude. Like, and I know we talk like sometimes when we see movies with like really good child actors, but he was fucking extravagant, man. They need to be starting to give this kid role after role after role after this fucking movie, man. I hope this kid makes bank for the next 5 fucking years because he's incredible in this movie. Theo James did such a good job representing the adult version of those two younger kids individually so well. Like when they showed Billy in adult form, my first thought was like, oh my god, he looks like a he looks like a defunct hockey player, right? That was my first thought. But secondly, though, like he did such a good job of playing such polar extremities, of these characters. And Theo James, I've known, has had chops because he's been in a lot of stuff, especially of recent, the past few years. He's been in quite a few things that I've seen him in. I just didn't think he had it like this, dude. Like there's awards for mental emotional like rewarding that we give actors when they can play multiple roles in the same piece of content. And these two, this kid and this guy, fucking nailed it. They fucking nailed it, man. Yeah, send them all the monies, dude. I'm stoked for them. Yeah. Devin, I think we're on a good place, my friend. Should people watch this right away? And what is your rating?
Watch it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I may be coming off of a high with this movie because, again, this movie made me laugh tons of times and made me go, holy shit, like out loud quite a few times. And my movie experience was great because not only were you laughing your ass off, but there was lots of other people in the theater laughing your ass off. And you know when you just watch something as a community, it just heightens the experience.
Yeah, of course.
Feeling the same.
Right.
I am going to give this movie a 9 out of 10.
Okay, man. Yeah. I like it.
I had so much fun watching this, and I love the ridiculous theme of it so much. And I love the last 5 minutes of this movie a lot because it just makes me wonder if they do make a sequel, where is it going to go next? Yeah. I want to see that happen. I'm not going to get my expectations up too high for it because Neon never does sequels. They don't.
Right.
But I would like to see it, and I hope Oz Perkins does decide to go in that direction.
Sure, man. Sure. I agree. People should see this right away. I think I don't think that this movie is served as a theater experience, but I do think that you're not going to want to miss being a part of the conversation around this movie. Because I think this movie is going to hit the same way Cabin in the Woods hit, in the same way Shaun of the Dead hit. This movie is, because it's horror, it's not going to be talked about everywhere, but anybody that's a horror fan and anybody that's a comedy horror fan is going to be talking about this movie for years to come in the same way we do with Shaun of the Dead, dude. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss being a part of that. With that said, I think I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 as well, man. Because I do have some grievances and the pacing once things get to the third act and near the third act, but it's nowhere near enough for me to feel that it bogs this movie down. Yeah, this is a 9 out of 10, dude. This is a 9 out of 10. Unanimous.
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 Devin, that's it, brother. It is 9 out of 10 from us here at Good Kraken, and you guys at home definitely want to check it out so that you can see why we're giving it 9 out of 10. Just go into it prepared for a good time. Have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Just
get your snacks.
The snacks.
Get yourself a drink.
Let your freak flag
fly. The movie's
you know
only an hour and 38 minutes.
Very good time. So, it did not overstay its welcome, right?
We went in at 7, and we were leaving at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Felt good, man. That's with like 15 minutes of trailers, dude. Like it was really fun. I did hear that for people at home and us as well. I heard that there is a quick snippet of Oz Perkins' next movie at the very end of the credits.
I knew there was something we missed. I knew it.
Yeah, I heard it's like at the very, very, very end. It's not like a post-credit scene. It's just like a very quick, like 10-second snippet of whatever Oz Perkins' next movie is supposed to be. I think it's called like the Returnist or something like that. Is something that's supposed to be getting worked on, but I'm sure me and Devin might be taking a look at that if we can find it. But anyways, this has been 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted each and every week. If you liked what you heard, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes like this one before they go live on a podcast and video service near you. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, hitting subscribe, or by leaving a review on our podcast channel. By searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea, we'll be right here waiting for you. We have to get going, everybody. But until next time, my friends.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.